Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. This is a general love reading for the sign of Aquarius for the month of January 2021. So happy New Year to everybody. If you are a brand new viewer, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning into my channel and giving me the opportunity to read for you. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope it resonates, and I hope you decide to stick around. I want to say an extra big thank you to any returning viewers who may be coming back to view more videos. I have been gone for quite a while, I think around 2 months or so, several weeks. I just have not been able to upload videos. My schedule is not permitting that to happen at this point. So when I have the opportunity, I'm doing it. So I can't do as many videos as I have in the past, but I haven't given up on my YouTube channel. So thank you for sticking around and coming back. It is nighttime, so I have poor lighting, and it's what I've got to deal with at this point in time. So I'm going to apologize ahead of time for the poor quality of lighting and for the glare that comes off the cards. This is something I can't really control at this point. I want to remind all of you watching, of course, this is a general love reading, and that means it can apply to any kind of situation or circumstance and any type of relationship you might be dealing with, romantic or otherwise. Also, don't forget, it's important that you're flexible with the energy. You can interchange the roles within the reading. You can be represented by any of the characters that shows up, regardless of gender. Parts of the reading may resonate. There might be parts that may not, so take what does and leave behind the rest. I hope you enjoy the reading. I hope it resonates, but most importantly, Aquarius, I hope that you get something out of it that is beneficial to you in some way. Those are my intentions. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you do want more specific information about my channel and my readings, please check out the description box below. Okay, here we go. We have the World in reverse, paired with Justice. Knight of Wands, the Devil in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse, Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse. I blanked for a second. And then we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, Aquarius, so let's see what we've got going on here. We've got a Queen of Wands on the table. Remember, this can be your energy or somebody that you're dealing with, Aquarius, regardless of whether or not you are male or female. The Queen of Wands is typically somebody who can be very ambitious, someone who's a bit of a go-getter. This is somebody who's not shy. She is not a wallflower. She commands attention when she walks into a room. She's not afraid of a challenge. She's not afraid to take action. She'd be somebody who's very creative. Somebody who might be very social. I feel like this person is possibly dealing with some upset within a relationship, maybe an ending to a relationship or something that's gone wrong within a connection. Let's get some more cards out here and see what else we get for Aquarius for January 2021. The Two of Cups this time in the upright position. And then we have a Page of Pentacles in reverse. King of Cups in reverse. The Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Four of Swords in reverse. Seven of Pentacles. And then the Page of Swords. So we have a King of Cups in reverse on the table. I think this is somebody separate. This feels like a two-person reading. This feels like the relationship this Queen of Wands has on her mind. I feel like there's some kind of disappointment or upset or false start. Something's gone awry, or there's something that's not quite going very smoothly within this connection. But it's not an ended connection. It's not like there's no hope. It feels like this is probably one of those connections or relationships where even when there's problems, you know, it doesn't necessarily mean the end of the relationship. It just means you have to work through things. This might be one of those kind of ride or die relationships where, you know this person's not going anywhere, even if there's conflict or problems. They'll always be there. They'll always be in your life in some way, shape, or form, even when there's issues or problems. So this King of Cups is in reverse. This person could be emotionally detached, maybe someone who's unwilling to commit. This could be somebody who is emotionally unavailable right now or not feeling very secure about how they feel. Maybe within the connection, or there could be something external to the connection that's affecting this person in an emotional sense. Let's get some more cards on the table for Aquarius. Let's see what else we get. Six of Wands in reverse. This deck is the most difficult to see because it's got very light illustrations. So I'll tell you what they are, but you can't really see them very well. Nine of Cups. There's the Queen of Wands again. She happens to be that next card. I don't usually put it out, but it's worth noting. Nine of Swords in reverse. The Star. Ace of Cups. The Hanged Man. Four of Cups in reverse. Two of Cups for the third time. It's in the upright again. And that was the end of that deck. So I feel right now I'm kind of just getting a real basic general message, which is unusual. Usually by the time I have three sets of cards out here, I have quite a story going, but I'm getting something just kind of basic right now. We'll see where this goes. It feels to me like someone was disappointed, and it could be one or both of these parties. Someone was disappointed within this connection. There was something that one or both parties expected out of the connection or expected from the person, or maybe there was some kind of miscommunication regarding the connection, because it feels like someone may have decided to give up or temporarily kind of step away from a connection that wasn't living up to the expectation, or living up to what this person thought it was going to be. It could be this queen feels like she could be the one who's kind of taken a step back. And it could be because if this was a situation, for example, where this is a romantic connection, but maybe it was one-sided. That's possible, and this king is not reciprocating this emotional piece to the puzzle. It could be that. Or it could be that I feel like one person, and I feel like it's this Queen of Wands. I feel like this person, this Queen of Wands, again, had some kind of expectation, or maybe saw this going a different direction, or felt more strongly. There's something here indicating to me that maybe things were moving a little bit more quickly for this Queen of Wands. And I don't mean that this has to be romantic. It could be, obviously, but it could be, for example, if this is a business partnership. This Queen of Wands wanted to take things further in the business, or wanted to go one step beyond what this king was anticipating. If it's romantic, this Queen of Wands might have deeper feelings. This King of Cups, he feels still unsure about himself, or feel unsure about his emotions. Or just isn't ready for that next step. Again, he feels a little bit non-committal to me, so it doesn't have to be romantic. We'll see where it goes. It might feel more strongly like that, but it could be any type of connection. So we'll see. We'll see what happens with this next deck. See if we can get some information here for Aquarius. Page of Cups in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. The Emperor in reverse. Ten of Cups. Three of Pentacles. The High Priestess. The Hangman again, this time in reverse. And then we have Justice again in the upright. Okay, so I think this Queen of Wands wants to work with this King of Cups. And when I say work with, it could be that this Queen of Wands wants a romantic partnership. The Three of Pentacles could indicate that there's a desire to work together to actually create something or build something, or maybe this is a workplace connection. But this Queen of Wands wants some kind of connection, or something beyond what this King of Cups either has anticipated regarding this relationship, or he's just not there yet. But I don't think that there's an indication, or there's a lack of communication regarding that there's no hope. So in other words, this King of Cups isn't necessarily giving off the vibe that there's no hope for this connection, or there's no hope to move forward, or there's no hope to work together. Quite the opposite. I think that this Queen of Wands, at least her perception is that this relationship, while it might be troubled or dealing with some kind of stumbling block, at least at this point in time, it's not going anywhere. The relationship is solid. According to this Queen of Wands. And I say that it's her perspective that this connection is solid because it feels like it's definitely different from what this King of Cups is feeling, or it's different than like she's anticipating, this Queen of Wands anticipates that this relationship or this connection has legs. It's not going anywhere. When I say it like has legs, I mean like it's on solid ground. There's something significant about this connection. But her anticipation of what it could be has gone beyond where this king's at right now. There's something that's keeping this king from kind of being in this on the same page as this queen. Feels like it's something beyond his control. It could be a money or financial issue, could be having something to do with resources or even just feeling confident. But with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse here, I feel like there's some kind of roadblock with regard to this King of Cups. Pertaining to the relationship with this Queen of Wands. Like there's something standing in his way from making progress within this connection. Let's get some more cards out here for Aquarius and see if we can't get anything else. So we have the Three of Cups in reverse. The Knight of Wands again. The Chariot in reverse. Four of Cups in reverse again. The Magician in reverse. Six of Pentacles. The Sun. And then we have the Nine of Cups in reverse this time. Okay, so let's go through these cards one more time, Aquarius. I think that there's actually a pretty clear message here, but it's pretty straightforward. And I'm kind of getting confirmation of what I was suspecting before. So this queen is ready to take action. She doesn't want to just talk about this. She wants to actually do something about it. She's ready to take action. I feel like she thinks she's waited long enough. She's ready to take action. There is a stumbling block with regard to this connection that she's dealing with this King of Cups. She's not getting what she wants out of this relationship. Now, again, this could be any type of relationship. Could be romantic or otherwise, but she's not getting what she wants from this king. And it's because of his emotional commitment to the I couldn't come up with the word. I blank all the time lately. It's driving me nuts. He's got a lack of emotional commitment with regard to this Queen of Wands, but there's a stumbling block here. There's something standing in his way, and I think it actually has to do with other people. Could be family, it could be friends, could be, a roommate, it could be an ex or a current partner. With this Three of Cups in reverse coming up here, I feel like this is the stumbling block that's keeping this King of Cups from making progress within this relationship with this Queen of Wands. She's tired of it. She feels like she's given this enough time, that she's been patient, and she wants her justice. She wants things to move forward, but she doesn't want to just talk about taking action. She wants to actually do something about this. I feel like she's actually wanting to go in and actually assist this King of Cups, whatever that means. Now, if there are other people or other connections or relationships standing in the way of something that's going on between this Queen of Wands and King of Cups, this Queen of Wands wants to fix it. Feels like she wants to fix it for this King of Cups. I feel like she's actually represented by this Knight of Wands, which showed up here twice. And again, I feel like she's ready to take action. She wants to get things moving again. And the only way to do that is to help this king through his stumbling blocks, which for whatever reason he doesn't seem to have any control over, or he's not having much luck with it, or he's again, I'm saying it's a King of Cups. This can be male or female. Just remember that. This king is not feeling like he's capable or confident. Maybe he doesn't have the resources, maybe he doesn't have the money. So for example, this could be something as simple as maybe this is a connection where these two are ready to take it to the next level, or at least this queen is. And this queen wants to move in with this king. I'm just using this as a hypothetical. But this king is not financially capable right now to do that with this Nine of Pentacles coming out. Maybe he doesn't have the resources, doesn't have the money. So he's stuck at home, or he's living with a roommate right now and they're sharing. Whatever the case may be, it feels like he's just not ready or able. And this Queen of Wands is ready to say, you know what? I'm going to come in and save the day. We're going to pack you up. I'll take care of the difference. We're moving in together. So, I mean, that could be a reasonable scenario for this reading. It could also be something a little bit more significant or serious, where there's other people actually interfering within this relationship, or keeping it from making progress. Whatever the case may be, it feels like it does have something to do with another person or other people. Or at least that's what's influencing the situation. Both parties seem aware of it's not like anybody's in the dark. I don't feel like anybody's in the dark, but I also feel like there's not a lot of communication or discussion about the situation. So, in other words, I don't feel like this king is coming to this queen and saying, look, I'm really having this issue with, so-and-so, and I need some help. That kind of thing. I don't feel like they're talking about it. I think this is the card I'm taking. But they both are aware of the situation. Body and mind. So this is one of the 11 cards, which is one of the balance cards in this deck. And it's in reverse. I didn't necessarily expect this. Now, I have to say, this is interesting because there's not a lot of detail in this reading, so I think that this could go a lot of different ways. This is definitely not a card I would have expected to see come out here based on what I was seeing in the rest of the reading, but it might apply in some other way. I'm sure I'll get one of those aha moments. Oh, here's why this is the appropriate card, like I often do. So air. This is the 11 of air. I turned right to the... Did I turn right to the page? Yes, I did turn right to the page. 11 of air. I turned to the 12 of air, but the reversal for the 11 of air is on this page. So I actually turned right to the page. Now, these are, like I said, these are balance cards in this deck. This is the body and mind 11 of air, which would be a page of swords in the regular Rider-Waite. But these cards have different meanings than the pages in your traditional tarot deck. The potential blockage actually just says the 11 of air reversed has a very simple and direct meaning. If it appears in your reading today, it, like its upright meaning, symbolizes a potential imbalance that needs to be addressed. So I'm going to read the meaning of the card, which is actually quite lengthy, and I'll apologize in advance, like 3 pages, 4 pages long. These balance cards are lengthy, but they're about balance, and this will tell you what needs to be addressed in order to possibly fix the situation. So this is probably going to sound like an advice card. Fortunately, we're only at 25 minutes, so I'm not doing bad with time. I will display the card, but as you know, there's a bit of a glare, so I'm going to do my best. Aquarius, and here we go. What is reality and what is imagined? What is fact and what is fiction? Can that which dwells within the mind have an effect on the body? And can the physical body affect the state of the mind? The 11 of air symbolizes a need to keep a healthy understanding of the relationship between mind and body and the power each can have over the other. It symbolizes being able to differentiate between fact and opinion and to make room for the imagination within our realities, while still embracing a little bit of reality within our imaginings. This may be a challenging card for some because the eyes can only see what the mind is willing to conceive. So the more rigid the mind, the more difficult it is to accept how much influence and power the mind and body have over each other. If the mind is unwilling or limited, then understanding is difficult and acceptance in some circumstances may be impossible. We all know someone who, no matter how many times they are offered facts, not opinions or theories, still cannot believe unless they witness it with their own eyes or experience it personally, and even then, they still might not believe it. They are complete skeptics. Then there are others who are open to everything and question nothing. They would believe you if you were tell them that you did not see a blue sky above, but instead saw a pink one. Yes, there are actually people who see and perceive colors differently, but this person is so open-minded that they would not consider that a lie is offered. They would not question or even consider that you might be lying to them. They are just so trusting and willing to believe in the good of others that they accept everything offered, whether it be truth or deception. Their willingness to trust and follow blindly gets them into just as much strife as those who find it difficult to believe in anything beyond their own experiences. The 11 of air appears to remind us that somewhere in the middle of the two is a better way to be. Strive to be open-minded and questioning. Sometimes a little skepticism and discernment can serve to protect you from making foolish mistakes and following blindly as you are led off a cliff. On the other hand, believing only in facts and the reality that you experience with your physical senses can close you off to reaching your fullest potential. You may limit yourself in what you can accomplish, because achieving goals and living your dreams requires a belief in something more than just the tangible. When the 11 of air appears in your cards, it also asks that you look at the impact your beliefs might be having upon your body and the impacts your lifestyle and diet may be having on your mind. The mind can and does have amazing power over the body. Some Tibetan monks and Indian yogis have become so skilled at using meditation to manipulate their bodies that they can control blood pressure, body temperature, heart rate, and more. People with multiple personality disorders have been known to have personalities that have completely different health statuses. They can have one personality that physically needs glasses in order to see properly and another that does not. There are some personalities that exhibit a range of physical health issues such as high blood pressure and diabetes, but other personalities that have no health issues at all, and these differences have been witnessed, recorded, and studied by both medical practitioners and scientists alike. It is a fact that the mind can alter the body. I have read this card many times, and that particular paragraph always astounds me. I'm just amazed at the whole concept that someone with multiple personalities can have different health issues within their body depending on the personality that is dominant. That's just fascinating to me. Anyway, how is your mind affecting your body? In the same way the mind can alter the body can also alter the mind. Research now shows that if a body is unhealthy, for example, there are issues within the gut such as GERD, candida, I don't know how to pronounce that. It's not Canada, it's candida. Anyway, irritable bowel syndrome and Crohn's disease. The mind too can be affected. Imbalances within the gut can lead to depression, anxiety, irritability, hyperactivity, and inability to focus or concentrate, and memory lapses. Pain and inflammation can also have similar effects upon the mind, especially if they impact on the ability to sleep. How is your body affecting your mind? Is it important to understand that what you believe in your mind can have it is important, not is it. It's not a question. It is important. To understand that what you believe in your mind can have an impact on your body, and what you do to your body can have an impact on your mind. Just like the Indian yogis and the Tibetan monks, you have it within you to have so much more control than you might believe. And sometimes the biggest changes can be made just by learning to see a positive lesson within a negative experience, or telling yourself that you can and will instead of you can't and should not. You can do almost anything you set your mind and body to doing. The 11 of air also addresses the subject of fact and opinion and discerning between the two. We all have opinions, and those opinions may be valid if based on knowledge and personal experience. But opinion and fact are not the same thing. A fact is something that has been proven to be true, and that truth is based in certainty and constancy. It is a fact that night follows day. It is a fact that we live on a planet that is made up of oceans and land masses. It is a fact that rain falls from the sky. It is a fact that rainbows are created when light shines through water particles. A fact is something that cannot be disputed. An opinion can be disputed. For example, it is an opinion that all dogs have fleas. A dog owner might have had many dogs, and all of those dogs may have had fleas, but this does not make the statement that all dogs have fleas factual. It is his opinion based on his personal experience. The fact is that not all dogs have fleas. Some do and others do not. The 11 of air asks you to be wise to the difference when offering information to others. Be sure that what you offer is fact. Be clear when you are offering opinions based on your personal experiences, because what might be truth to you might not be truth for someone else. Don't get caught up in a game of I am right and you are wrong when you are basing your arguments on opinion. Facts are certainties, while opinions might be true for the individual but can be subject to dispute when looked at from the perspective of another. A wee note should be also made of the difference between something that has been proven to be fact and something that is theoretical. A theory, a group of ideas or concepts, might well have been studied and researched to great extent, but it must always be remembered that theories are based upon conjecture, speculation, and assumption. Until such time as a theory can be proven to be factual, it is only a guess. We can theorize all we want, but we should be careful not to offer theory and conjecture as fact. Our minds, our imaginations, are amazing creative tools. With our minds and imaginations, we have the ability to shape our reality and to create our reality, but that reality is also shaped by absolutes. The 11 of air asks us not to become so lost in our imaginings that we forget reality. Instead, we do best to remember that there needs to be a productive harmony and acceptance of both. We can literally change our minds and in do so alter our physical state, but we do so with a physical reality that is full of certainties that we have no control over. We can only control ourselves and our perception of the world. When you differentiate between what is factual about your mind and self and what is simply theory or opinion-based belief, you can change what is within both so that your mind and body are one and not working against each other. You can see that a true fact is a fact and rarely changes, while opinions change all the time, irrespective of the facts, and can exist side by side with contradictory truths, because they are often based on our perception and understanding as opposed to reality. Like the other 11 cards, the 11 of air is a balancing and realignment card. If it appears within your reading, it does so in order for you to determine if there is an imbalance at play and suggest that you meditate upon the subject. There you go, Aquarius. I know that was probably one of the more long-winded explanations of the cards in this particular deck, but it's profound, isn't it? I mean, when you think about it, and I've read that over and over, I've said that before. Every time I read it, I think, wow, yeah, that's pretty profound. Because especially living in this day and age, and I'm not going to bring up politics. I stay as far away from those subjects as possible nowadays. There are so many differing opinions. Everybody's coming from a different perspective, and we've got to the point now where people are insisting that their perspective is the absolute truth, when we all know it's just not the case. You have to find balance, and there's no balance in the world today. This is a huge message, regardless of what this reading actually said. I'm sure this message can apply to just about anything going on in your life in this day and age. So I'm not going to read too much into it with regard to this particular reading, except to say that if you're this Queen of Wands and there is some kind of desire or need to take action on behalf of this king, or to, got the sense of, I've waited long enough, I need to clear things up, I need to change situation or get things moving again, whatever the case may be. It feels like there is a desire to act and not just talk about it, but I would, based on this card coming out, consider having a really significant conversation first before taking any action, especially on behalf of somebody else. This king's perception of the situation might be totally different, and I'm not saying that this queen shouldn't act. I mean, it could be the one thing that is needed here to get things moving again, to push things forward, to fix the situation. But if that's not what this king wants, then it could also mess things up too. So I'm just saying, it looks like there needs to be some balance. Maybe that there is this desire to take action, to do something, to move things forward. But I think being clear-headed about the situation first is probably always a wise idea. So that's what I got out of the card. I'm going to leave that here, Aquarius. I hope that the reading was enjoyable for you. I hope that it resonated, of course. I hope that it helps in some way, shape, or form if it did resonate. Thanks so much for watching. Please leave comments if you feel like it, and I will try to get back to normal readings as soon as possible. I will see you next time. Bye, Aquarius.